Thank you very much. I can't say how honored I am. I mean, this is truly a special moment. I didn't think I was going to choke up, but I probably am. But I just grew up in a little outdoor family. My dad loved to fish, my mom loved to fish, and I got to go fishing and hunting. And what's really cool is life's about passion and like they're saying about love, things that you love. And my dad instilled that in me, the passion for the outdoors and to enjoy the outdoors. But kind of I got to tell at least one little story here. Growing up, I was in Boy Scouts, and a kid in eighth grade, this kid moved over to my school, so he was a new kid in school, and I knew him from Boy Scouts, so we started hooking up, and he is the guy that got me to fish my first tournament. His name's Jerry B. He's sitting here at my table right here. And it's pretty cool because, he said, hey, you got this weekend open, I want to go fish a buddy tournament, and let's fish together. And we'd fish about once a month just for fun. And I said, sure, we'll do that. I was racing motorcycles at the time, and I didn't have a race that weekend, so we get in this boat. And back then, and Earl will remember this time, back in the old days, they didn't do what we do now. They'd line the boats up side by side, and there was probably 75 to 100 boats in this Jack's Marine tournament lined up at the mouth of Lake Hashtinahaw, and everybody was going to Toho, the big lake on the Kissimmee Chain. And they lined them all up, but we come out there and we got this little boat with an 85, a little Aeroglass, the Jerry's boat, and we're sitting there where we couldn't get on that front line. So we just fell in behind two other guys, and they got the jumpsuits on. How many guys saw the jumpsuits that Ray Scott jumpsuits in the field? They had their jumpsuits on. They all had, matching suits, smoking cigars, and it was really crazy. I mean, we were like, man, these guys are good because we're just kids, And all of a sudden, this guy, Jack Westbury, who was running the tournament, drove his boat all the way across the one side and then shot his flare gun. And they're all lined up side by side. But we were sitting right behind these two boats, and back then about the biggest engine, I think, was a 125. It may have been a 135, but a 125 was about the biggest motor back then. Shot the flare, and we all know, we all run boats. What happens is a big prop throws a big wash out from underneath it. But we're behind these guys. Jerry showers down on it. There we go, in midair, and we fall into this hole. And all I know is I got rods in my face, and my tackle box is floating in midair. It hits the ground when we hit the water. It hits there, breaks open, so I got baits going everywhere. And I got rods, I'm trying to hold on to it. Jerry's wide open. I'm saying, don't follow him, go straight line. And we go straight to a clump of grass, and we cut a corner, it's a straight line. We cut off about 40 boats when we hit the canal, and we got an 85 from going in from Hashtinahaw into Cypress, and it was awesome. We got to the lock. I tied on a Texas rig 3 times and never got the weight on it. That's how shook up I was. I was like, this is the best sport in the world because I get to race and fish all at once. I'm like, man, I love it. And so, just the blessings of being in this sport. It's the greatest sport in the world. And the people that make it that way. And I had to make me a couple little notes here because I didn't want to forget people. And, back in '83, I hooked up with a company called Frank Carter Company, and they were a rep group, and they had Zebco. Zebco jumped on board with me in 1983 as I was sponsored through the rep group, but then I got to 1984 with Zebco Quantum, and they came on. But you think of the people that I've been associated with, like John Sharbutt of Zebco Quantum and Earl Benson. There's so many of these guys that are John Barnes and the group at Strike King. These are the best people in the world. And I've just been around them a long time from Mercury. I don't know how many guys remember Bill Booker back in the old days of Mercury. Gosh, he's just great. And Lawrence has been with me forever. I mean, most of these guys I'm talking about have been with me the whole career that I've been up, fishing. Eagle Claw with Mike Jackson's here. I can't believe these guys came all the way in here to this event, but it's just an awesome event. And I've got some other great sponsors, Starbright and Sims Fishing. Sims has been a great one for me. Seagar, I thought I was using good line until I got with Seagar, and amazing stuff. And then I got little guys, Rapid Fishing Solutions. I've got Brotherhood Munitions. I got Matthews Bows. I got a pretty cool deal with Bob's Sporting Goods or Bob's Machines, and make great stuff. But throughout that, without those guys supporting me, you know, I couldn't be up here. I couldn't do it. And the big one, and I was hoping he was going to be here tonight, but he wasn't able to be here, is my title sponsor, and Paul and young Tucker. Paul Tucker kind of resurrected me because it's an expensive sport. And so without these sponsors, you can't really compete out there. And Paul met me at a sushi bar right here in Branson, Missouri. That's how cool it was. And he picked up the sponsorship, the title sponsorship on my boat. So here I am, and all I can say is that it's amazing. I'm probably the most blessed human being in the world. I got a great family. You know, life's about all these F's. You know, it's faith in Jesus Christ. It's a family. I got my wife and my son, diehard duck hunter right here, and gets to go gator hunting, and we have fun, and his wife, and my daughter, and my new granddaughter, 9 months old, my grandson, who everybody's seen him on TV, Bryce, he goes, and I got my son-in-law there, and then of course Jerry. I got great friends, so it's not only the faith, family, friends, fishing, and food. Of course, we all look at food when we go to restaurants throughout. That's what we do. And you know, the last F, I really probably can't say that. It's football. It's college football, man. We got to do it. And this year we're not doing so good, but heck, we still love it. The passion's there. So life's about passion. If there's one thing I can tell you, it's just like what Wade's Life was just saying, that it's take a kid fishing. I love it. I take them fishing, seeing them catch their first fish and seeing them out there fishing. There's nothing better than sharing this sport, and that's our job. And I want to thank Johnny especially, because you share your blessings with everybody, and I thank you for that. So thank you very much.